Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, guys, oh my God. Ooh, y'all. Oh, speaking of, here's Sexy Jesus. He shared something with me. I totally have a big mouth. You already know this. You already know this, though. You know I got a big mouth. I'm totally going to be tooting a horn because I'm so proud of you. Oh my God. Okay. Let me go ahead and airdrop this to myself. I'm going to share this with you guys. You need to see this. You need to see this. Um, this is how I be. This is just how I am. I'm like, yes, yes. All right. Here goes. Y'all need to see this. Okay? Y'all need to see this. I am all about celebrating people's accomplishments. It's a big deal. What? I'm extra spicy lately. It's ridiculous. Okay, you guys, look at this. We have a little celebrity in our midst. In our midst. Guess who's in a movie? Oh, hold on. I gotta connect my speaker. All right. Want to hear it? I want to hear it. So listen. Let me find the video. Okay, here, look.
Anything is up for grabs. So originally it was just personal assistant, and then it went from personal assistant.
Wrong video. Rewind. Rewind. Look at this. Look at this. Who that? Who that be?
Ain't no mistakes here, buddy.
Ain't no mistakes here, buddy. Who that be? Who that be? Okay, y'all, do you see this is a big screen? Who that be right there? Okay. Now let me show you the other video. Y'all thought he only had like a little couple minutes on screen? No, baby boo. Okay, let me close that out. I was all excited. I was like, what? Look at this. Oh, wait. Let me. I'd be getting so excited. I've been getting so excited. Look at this.
Anything is up for grabs. So originally it was just personal assistant, and then it went from personal assistant to, hey, we need somebody on sound. Can you grab the sound stick? I'm like, why not grab the sound stick? Hey, we need somebody on lights. Can you do lights? Why not? Let me do the lights. Hey, we need somebody to fill in right here. Why not? This is real quick. So, I got a little bit of it, me and had an opportunity, a chance to actually work with the full entire production of this film.
Yo, look at you. Look at you. Oh my God. I love it. You guys, I'm all about celebrating people and what they accomplish. You know, I am all about celebrating that. We got a celebrity. Okay, remember us little people when you a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I expect some signed pictures and stuff that, you know, we can auction off and use those funds to build more sanctuaries. I'm just saying. Congratulations on your big screen debut. I'm so proud of you. Look what you did. Look what you did. I love that. I love that. All right. Let me refocus. Let me refocus. Because I was like, what? A movie? What? And I was like, he didn't answer me fast enough yesterday. And I was like, I'm going on your profile. I'm going to look at stuff because I never see any of your posts. I never see most posts, probably because I'm always exploring workout videos. You already know this. You already know this. You know what I'm saying? You already know this. All right, let's get started, guys. I asked what this reading was going to be about. And you know what I heard? Órale pues. I heard falling in so much love. Oh, yeah. What is the name of the movie? And I believe you told me yesterday. I believe you told me. But it, I don't know. But let us know what the name of the movie is so that way when it gets picked up by, um, our community can watch it and be like, I know him. I love it. I love it. Okay, guys. So, this right here. All right. So, there is something about falling in so much love. There's something going on, and whatever this something is, it has to do with a process that the feel that I have, it brings you into full light. You know what I'm saying? It brings you into full light. Um, it's almost like not seeing the full gravity of you. I don't know if it's you or someone else that's falling in love with you, but it's this sense of like not seeing the full gravity of you at first, and then suddenly being able to actually see it. And then it becomes a huge deal, right? So, manifestation, oh, you know what? No, the energy is off with these cards right now. I'm reshuffling. I ain't even playing around. Nope, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right? Uh-huh. For those of you that are sensitive to energy, you might begin to feel almost like a static clicking, like that. I'm actively clearing this space. I sense Demon Harita. Yeah, nasty. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. You fucking cockroach. Sorry. Sorry. I consumed some electrolytes, so I'm going to be a little salty today. It is what it is. So I'm repulling cards because that felt tainted. Tainted love. I've got to get away. I've got to run away from the pain you drive into the heart of me. That's just so dramatic. Just cut him off. Cut off the access. Okay, so speaking of cutting off right there, that's what I'm talking about. These cards feel much better. So, grounding. First and foremost, you're going to need to anchor yourself in the life you're creating for yourself. It's super important for you to know what your actual mission objective is. We're not just setting goals, we have to set mission objectives. Hold on. Let me search this up. Okay. A goal is an outcome you want to achieve, while an objective is a specific and measurable action that can be reached in a short amount of time, often related to a goal. When written out, goals are typically broad statements rather than a step-by-step process. They are often long-term endeavors. I'm not about the long-term life. I'm not. I'm about bing, bang, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, ma'am. I'm done. That's what I'm about. So, a goal is an outcome you want to achieve, while an objective is a specific and measurable action that can be reached in a short amount of time. Okay. So, we're needing to set mission objectives versus simply goals. A goal is a nice place to start. A mission objective is like you are very solid in your commitment to what you are trying to create. So, the first part of the mission objective is grounding yourself, really anchoring yourself in the environment where you belong. Like you guys just saw Sexy Jesus over there. Um, Having tangible experiences where he is grounding himself in environments that have the potentiality to allow him to succeed to a degree that, it's like he could have only dreamt of this some time ago. Now it's a tangible potentiality, right? A very tangible potentiality. Who knows? Maybe that's the avenue that you take that causes your life to tremendously change within the next few months, right? This is about understanding what environments really celebrate your characteristics, your personality. I mean, you guys, well, most of you have been familiarized with Sexy Jesus, with D. I can't believe you listened to me and changed your name to Sexy Jesus. You guys are familiar with Sexy Jesus. He's a prominent member of the community, and you see how charismatic he is. He's just a really chill person, has amazing energy, amazing smile. Everything about him would succeed in that type of environment where he is showcasing these different aspects of himself. That's a very powerful experience. You know what I'm saying? More than just trying to toot your horn and celebrate your accomplishments. I mean, when people begin to understand the way little things might not be so little, they might be the start of something really big, like really big. You have to go where your energy has the capacity, the space to expand and really be seen for what it is, right? For me personally, it's very similar to what I was just talking about for Sexy Jesus. I didn't think that being publicly visible on social media, of all places, would really lead to anything tangible, anything long term. It was just something that my soul wouldn't stop. And so finally, I got so flustered that I was like, fine, I'll go live. You're so annoying. That's literally how it went. That's literally how it went. And it's just something that naturally progressed into my life as it is right now. This is my reality. This is where I belong. Publicly witnessed to whatever degree, right? You have to allow these things to unfold for you. Your life is guiding you, very closely guiding you, protecting you as you go through this. As you go through this between now and summertime, and I feel like for those who really truly allow themselves to be fully present in this process, by summertime, that's approximately 6 months from now. Remember what I said yesterday, 6-month window. Approximately in 6 months, you'll have some very fair weather, a beautiful environment that you exist in, full of warmth, full of sunshine, growth, harvest, right? And as you go through these things, you'll come across the sunflowers of your life. For people who have been with me for a while, you have heard me speak intimately about sunflowers and their significance. Sunflowers, for some reason, are a type of blossom that will track the sun in the sky. It will actually move with the sun. Hmm. And that in itself is wow. That's interesting. That's super fascinating. But when you ask the question of what happens though when there's no sunshine, what happens when the sky is gloomy and inclement weather, the sunflowers face each other. They are each other's sunshine. So for you to be given confirmation that you will have a field of sunflowers, individuals who will provide you with that gentle light during times you enter into areas of shadow. You're going to be surrounded by the love and the support that is necessary to help you remain on track with your mission objective. So, intention, I think for many of us, we haven't actually set the intention of what we're going to do, what we're going to accomplish. And do you need to? Oftentimes you do, but I think for this, again, there is a select group who are here for service. And as they go ahead and do this, as they go through the process to cultivate their ability to more deeply serve their divine purpose, I don't think you even need to set intentions. I think this is just something that's going to very much unfold for you very naturally. And just because something is natural doesn't mean it doesn't involve discomfort, pain, um, questioning, and all of that. It can involve those things. Okay. So, mm, hmm hmm there's something that needs to be banished. And it needs to be banished from accessing the divine feminine within you. So, everyone, regardless of your gender, regardless of your self identification, regardless of your sexual orientation, regardless of any of that, all of us, every sentient being, has both a masculine and a feminine energies embodied within them. That you have both. You have both. And so this is telling me that there is something, someone, I don't know, some insignificant hemorrhoid of a motherfucker. Sorry about my language. I'm trying. Not really, but I just had a moment of realization. I need to select less colorful language. I'm just saying, I need to select less colorful language. Okay. So there is someone, and whether that someone is another human being, a disembodied consciousness, an essence, or something parasitic, or what have you, there is a thing that is very, very fixated on the feminine energies within you. That the feminine aspect of you is the aspect that carries the potential to create, to manifest, to bring into manifest form. There is something trying to interfere with your journey. We have talked about this yesterday, and I think maybe even the day before. This message came through. You have to banish that. You have to banish it from yourself. You have to remove all access to you. You have to shift your perception in such a way that no longer allows this thing, this person, this circumstance to have the type of ability to negatively impact you the way it has been. Right? That's very important. is very, very important. Your soul is basically telling you right now what you need in order to achieve the early stages of your mission objective. This is very important. We're talking about a 6-month window. Last summer, we had another 6-month window. I'm being reminded right now. So last summer, there was another 6-month window. And in that 6-month window, it was this thing of, if you lay the groundwork right now, you will have the opportunity to see your life completely change by the time the period we're in right now comes along. How many of you have put the effort? How many of you actually applied yourself and saw change? And how many of you kind of just dismissed it as, you know, I mean, 6 months is a long time. I just don't have the energy. I don't have the commitment. I don't have the drive. I don't this, I don't that. All of these different reasons as to why you're not going to do what it is you need to do. Right? How many of you saw change? How many of you didn't? How many of you are still stuck in the same situation? Because, you know, do you want to be stuck in the same situation you've been stuck in for 6 months at this point? You're being given another window of opportunity right now. It's up to you what you're going to do with that opportunity. It's up to you. And if you allow yourself to have that opportunity, really commit to it. Really focus and commit to what it is you're trying to build for yourself. There are cycles that are being initiated. If you go ahead and you consciously choose to banish from your life the access of these saboteurs, whether it's a mindset, a person, an energy, a consciousness, whatever it is, if you allow yourself to banish it from your life and really focus on consciously choosing the type of cycle that you are initiating, powerful things happen. Powerful things happen. 6 months ago, I was in a space of emotional, mental exhaustion and desperation. I was just so done with a specific thing that I've been having to be patiently dealing with. And I just really felt like I'm just so fucking done, you know? Because it's a shitty situation. And then one day a message came through, and it was this thing of like, I don't know if you guys know this, but plants sometimes talk to me. Sometimes plants talk to me, and you know, it is what it is. And this one day a message came through, and it shifted something inside me tremendously. It shifted something major, and I couldn't quantify what it was yet. And so I didn't fully jump on board, but I was on board enough to then begin receiving even more messages. And the next several messages came from the flora, the wildlife that grew outside the house. The property has been inundated with specific types of vines. I live out in the wilderness. and it was inundated with specific type of vines, crawling plants that have basically taken over the property. And because there is a governing board that regulates what plants are allowed to grow and all of this and all of that, we were told that we needed to get rid of all of those plants, because I mean, I don't know. Hold on. And so those plants began to talk to me. I know it sounds crazy. Those plants let me know, because I was having a really hard time ripping them out of the ground. I felt strongly, I love plants. I felt strongly that they are living sentient beings and they have a right to exist as well. And so it was hard for me to rip them out of their home. Yeah. And I think because of that, and I was having verbal conversations with one of my children about, like, this makes me so sad. Like, they should be protected. Mind you, they're invasive. They're invasive. And, yeah. And I think because I felt very genuine love, like very, very genuine love. They're beautiful, they're delicate, but they also have a tenacity about them, a strength. They choke out other plants. So I totally could relate. Like, they look so super duper delicate, but like they literally choke out other plants. And long story short, the messages that came after the initial one were these plants speaking to me and letting me know, like, we love you too. We want to protect you. We want to keep you safe. We want to ensure your stability. We want to defend your growth, your space. We love you. And I was just like, oh, you love me. I'm so Piscean sometimes. It's ridiculous. And I was just like, I love you too. And I began potting quite a few of them. I put them in pots. I took their rhizomes out of the ground and I placed them in pots because I was like, you will forever be with me. I don't give a fuck what happens to the yard. Like, those of you who I've harvested, you will forever be with me and grow with me, and I will care for you. And I still have them. And long story short, I was instructed by the plant to harvest a certain quantity of the vines, and then to do a specific process that will really focus my intentions of correction, of reestablishing my peace and my stability. And so the mission objectives that were handed down to me from Soul, I was instructed to write them on small pieces of paper. And then the vine instructed me to wrap their cut vines around the papers, and it would hold it tight and protect it. And I was like, okay. And then that I was to burn it during a fire ceremony for myself. And I was just like, okay, but you're not going to burn if you're still wet. So, so what I did was I left it on my kitchen counter, and it was there cut, not being watered at all. I was trying to dry it out for about a week already. Plants should die without water at all within a few days. They should wilt and die. Tell me why these vines, instead of dying, began to bloom. I've never seen anything like it. It actually freaked me the fuck out. Like, why are they blooming? Why are they not dying? Like, what's happening here? What's happening here? This is really weirding me out. And the plants reassured me. We will always keep our promise to you. Just like you tried to protect us, we will protect you. And then it explained to me the energy I infused in what I had written, corrective instructions dictated to me by soul, was infused with such powerful regenerative energy that instead of the plants dying, they bloomed. They did not dry out, they bloomed. When have you heard of something like that? And this cycle was initiated about 6 months ago. That's when it was initiated. Not knowing where it would lead, not knowing if anything constructive is going to come out of it, but just holding on to that promise from plants. I know it sounds crazy. Holding on to that promise, like, I believe you. I trust you. Do whatever you need to do. Bring peace back into my life. And they're keeping their promise. The cycle is closing out. It's finishing off. And they are keeping their promise to me. I see it in every aspect of my life. I feel it in my energy. I feel it. I feel the changes. I see the tangible proof. The components that I needed to successfully conclude a specific cycle, a specific process. It has been given to me already. And I just need to be patient as it plays itself out. I have zero malicious intentions towards anyone. Nothing in what I wrote involved any type of malicious malignancy towards anyone. Literally. You know? And I will say this because it's important for our community to hear it. Despite all of the really fucked up shit that's been done to me, forced upon me by this bastard ass stalker bitch motherfucker, I still don't project negativity. I just, I'm not a reflection of that. I'm just not. At no point have I compromised my integrity. I haven't. Yes, I absolutely have a right at this point to be hateful, wrathful, but I'm not. Am I saying, oh, I forgive you? And no, fuck you. Fuck you. You don't know how to conduct yourself. You're a fucking disgusting piece of shit. But you're not my problem. You keep trying to force yourself to be my problem. No. You're now your legal system's problem. My life and my peace is restored. My energy is reclaimed. And it wasn't because that person stopped. I mean, it was just, today's Monday. It was just on Saturday they created yet another account. It's within the same MO. to comment some disgusting shit on one of my videos. It hasn't stopped. I don't care. The promises made to me by creation, by even the plants, by everything in my life, they will come to fruition. And I will not do anything to block the flow of my energy, the process that I'm in that causes me to fall in so much love with myself and my life, to be disrupted any further. No more. That is a conscious choice I'm making. No more. Don't allow yourself to simply be a reflection of the ugliness in the people who are intentionally being ugly with you. Let them be ugly. Don't give them access to you. Don't allow them to continue trying to access you, but let them be ugly. It's not your fault. You didn't birth them. You didn't. You didn't. Focus on your growth. Focus on falling so deeply and madly in love with yourself and the process that you're in to become more of who you are, who you've always been, seeing your capabilities. You know, there's certain things that it's like basing it on scientific teachings. I mean, technically, it should have been much easier to accomplish it when you were younger and so much harder to accomplish it when you're older. But when you are in a very involved, very complex process of learning how to love yourself, sometimes it takes you being the age you are now to achieve what should have been very easy for you to achieve when you were in your early 20s, your teens, right? It doesn't matter what your age is. Falling in love is falling in love. Fall in love with yourself again. Fall in love with your journey. Ooh, still as hot and delicious as ever. Okay. That's literally the notification that just came in. Still as hot and delicious as ever. And before you guys start to think that someone is sending me some sexual emails, it's from Uber Eats. Stop. Stop. I don't tolerate that shit. That's so crazy though. Still as hot and delicious as ever. That's you. That's you. To me, that serves as confirmation of what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what your age is. You were never supposed to live life by numbers. You were never supposed to accomplish things by this age and that age. And like, no, no, absolutely not. No. So, homecoming. This is about you coming home to yourself. This is about you understanding and accepting that your environment, your home environment, is designed to not burn down in a raging inferno. That as long as you responsibly tend to the fire, your hearth, the home doesn't burn down. You need to responsibly tend to your passions, right? Derelict. Why are you telling me that? In a very poor condition as a result of disuse and neglect, a person without a job, home, or property. um, Abandoned. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Ooh. One of the promises. It was one of the promises. Mm. I am so committed to this process. I am so committed to this process. And I will not lose focus. I will not be distracted until every single promise is brought to full fruition. Derelict. I don't know who else needs to hear this message. A person without a home, job, or property. A piece of property, especially a ship, abandoned by the owner and in poor condition. Mid 17th century, from Latin derelictus, abandoned. Past participle. Derelinquere, completely forsaken. A person abandoned by society, especially a person without a permanent home and means of support. A fucking bum. I'll say this. It is part of my profession. I am extremely well versed in parasitic matters. In layman's terms, a large component of my specialized skills has to do with demonics. I know a lot about demonic function. I know a lot about how they work, the promises, the lies, all of that. And I don't work with demonics. I extract them. I am an exorcist by trade. To whoever needed to hear this, your demon has forsaken you. You are no longer a viable point of exploitation. You have been forsaken. You are abandoned. Your life will crumble, and everything you've done will be carried strictly by you. It is only a matter of time if it's not already happening. Everyone in your life will abandon you as well, rightfully so. And you will continue to see the excellence of those who never lost integrity, who never joined you in your darkness. You will receive everything you work so hard to place on your own shoulders. No, your demon has forsaken you. That even to the demons, you are a pariah. I will not help. I will not cease. You will receive no mercy, no grace. You never ceased. You never showed mercy or grace. May you receive everything that you have been to so many others. I am your motherfucking karma. And you are nothing but the pebble in my shoe that my spiritual caregivers are about to remove. An inconvenience. Nothing more. You derelict motherfucker. Harvest every seed you sowed. Eat the fruit from your rotting fucking garden. Every promise made to me by soul will come to fruition. I'm no longer in a rush. I savor every single unfoldment and undoing of you. I shall savor it all. This is what you wanted. So this is what you will receive. May you receive your destiny. As you watch me receive mine. I told people once, I finally understood after a period of time why soul put me in such a tiny body with a face that I have. It's so common for people who don't witness me on a regular basis, being myself, to misjudge me as a damsel, as a weak feminine. I mean, that's a fetish, right? Asian women are fetishes. That's all we are. That we are docile, submissive. No, we're not. You never saw it coming. You didn't want to see. When someone can have as much grace as I do and be as lenient as I am with most people, man, the dumbest ones, they have this assumption that I will continue to just keep taking maltreatment. If you say so. There is one sign in the entire zodiac that has the stamina and the access to shadows and depth that gives them a very potent ability to commit to the long game. They're called Pisceans. Except it's not a game to us. It is not a game. Never has been. You're a fucking derelict. Just welcome your destiny home to you. Resistance is futile. Welcome it home because that's all you're going to get. You did all of this. You created it. You made it worse and worse and worse. You did it all. You're going to get what you're going to get. And everything you're going to get was created by you. You guys don't need to have mercy or pity on people who continue to choose to be the derelicts of society. Those who are so just disgusting that even the demons don't want to be associated with them. I mean, do you understand the degree of disgustingness for a demonic to be like, you know what, toss that to the side. I don't want to deal with it. I don't, no, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be associated with it. Just toss it to the side. That's what you are. Then comes the part where you have to think about what you are. What am I? Who am I? I can't answer for you, but I can answer for myself. And I hope your answer is comparable to my own. I'm still unsure of who I am and what I am, but I am more than willing to be fully present in the process. And I welcome falling deeper in love with myself, my purpose, and the ways in which I am honored to serve humanity. There is nothing within me that I have to be ashamed of at this point. There is nothing within me that I would choose to hide. Nor do I have a desire to force accelerated growth in an unnatural way. I simply exist, allowing my life to unfold the way the wildflowers choose to blossom. I love my life. I love my community. Above all things, I love my family. All those who I count as family. There's not much for me to be angry about anymore. There is not much for me to hate about my life anymore. Everything recalibrated just so, from my perception of myself, my perception of my purpose. I mean, I don't even feel any lingering resentment about having to be so publicly visible. Life is just beautiful. Life is just beautiful. It is beautiful. And I embrace it. No harm will ever truly come to me. Why? There's no space for any of that in my life at this point. And I will not allow any space to be made for it either. Everything that I've been through for the past almost 4 years at this point, it all clicks together to catapult me forward. A lot of unsavory things, a lot of painful things, a lot of unnecessary struggles, all clicking together into a fucking trebuchet to catapult me forward with such velocity that no walls could withstand me. This is me in love with the fact that I am now going to cannonball through my whole fucking life. Nothing will stop me. Nothing. Be a cannonball. Set up a little catapult and be a cannonball. You know the beauty of a catapult? It's such a simple machine. It is such a simple machine. It carries with it the ability to launch you so far forward and with such velocity that even castles and fortified spaces intended, designed to keep you out, will crumble under the force of your arrival. Like, fuck yeah. Let me be a little motherfucking cannonball. That's okay. That's okay. Man, the growth. Past few days, I've really been just like, yeah, I'm so tiny. I am. Like, to quantify for you what's, because you guys only really see from here on up. To quantify for you my dimensions, I comfortably fit, meaning I'm not gasping for air, like an extra small waist trainer. Yeah. My stretchy pants are a size small. And I was thinking the other day, like, oh my God, my legs are so fucking scrawny. Because I lift so heavy. It's like, bitch, please humor me. Get a little bit of thickness in there. Just a little bit. And I took some progress pics this morning. And I was just like, I mean, it is what it is. Everything's in proportion. It is what it is. I'm just not going to be, realistically, I'm not going to be doing a wellness competition. Realistically, within the next year, I could most likely be very well prepared for a figure competition. Fuck bikini, because it's just like, I want like athletic build. I want to be like a little beast. And this morning was totally this thing of like, I took some progress pics and I was like, okay, I ain't even gonna hate on myself. I got little ass quads. They popping. They popping. I developed some shoulders. Gives me a little tiny looking waist. It's you know, it's all good. I'm gonna just keep plugging away. I'm gonna keep eating everything I need to eat, counting all my macros, logging in the hours at the gym. It will progress. It will progress. I've already tipped the scales. And so now everything that I do is just really, it's going to speed me down that road of actually preparing for a competition. It's okay. I'm giving myself permission to do what I need, whether it be rest or push myself more. I'm going to do what I need. And for me to recognize I'm already a little fucking cannonball. Like, fuck yeah. Yes, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that because even the spaces that have been fortified to keep me out, I don't care. I'm coming in. And you can't stop me. You might as well just open the door before I break down your whole wall. Just open the door, invite me in. Let's be civil about it. Break down the wall or open the door. It's up to you, but you're not going to stop me, right? Yeah, no, seriously. I'm yes, wrecking ball. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never swung so hard at love. All you did was break me. You wrecked me. Yeah, I'm a fucking wrecking ball. I am. I am. Let me show you. I'm small. I'm small, but you know, I got a little bit of quad action there. There's a little bit of quad action, right? Look at that. Look at that. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It looks beefier in this picture than it actually is because, you know, really is it's zoomed in. Look, I'm not big. Made you think I was. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just not big. I was a lot bigger, but you know, getting sick, I just fucking ate my legs. It legit ate my legs tremendously. But you know, I got a little bit of quad. There's a little sprinkle of quads. That's it. That's it. There's going to be things that try and stop you from manifesting what you need to manifest. No. The only thing that will stop you from manifesting what is rightfully for you is your lack of willingness to go through the process of healing. And part of the process of your healing is understanding, accepting what you deserve, right? What do you deserve? What do you deserve? What is it that you deserve? What is fair to you? Or are you not even trying to be fair to yourself at this point? Are you just, I don't know. Are you just, I don't know. What could you be doing? Compromising? Thinking that what you deserve is too much and therefore you're trying to compromise. And I'm not saying compromise as in be reasonable. I'm saying compromise as in you're trying to put yourself on clearance when soul is saying you're already improperly priced too low. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think a lot of what we go through is about our inability to actually see our true value. What's your actual value? What's your actual value? Do you know? Or do you just assume that you're being dramatic? That you're being unreasonable? that people are right when they think that you are not as worthy as you are. It's time for you to remember there's so much you've forgotten about yourself. Being in the process that I've been in for how many years at this point, so easy to forget. Mm. Mm. It is so easy to accept a lower worth because, I mean, I'm just me, right? A lot of people who I see so much value in, these are like the most precious, most powerful people that I personally know. They're always so quick to be like, but I'm just me. Exactly. That's why you have the value that you have. Right? It's time for you to allow things to unfold. These are the ways in which you're blocking your unfoldment. Okay. Mm. Hmm. There's a massive healing that's taking place, first and foremost. So, these are the ways you're blocking your unfoldment. You're refusing to shift. Right? You're trying to remain stagnant in the same space that your life is trying to remove you from. And that probably has to do with removing you, probably has to do with removing access to you. So you have to make sure that you are fully on board with the ways in which life is trying to shift you out of a space of accessibility to toxic people. Your reactivity. So I can't really fault you for this, but you need to know this. The ways in which you've been reacting to specific situations, recently, further in your past, I'm not too sure, but your reactions, they haven't been aligned with what you actually need to do. So for some of us, I'm sorry I keep coughing in your ears. For some of us, what this means is that you haven't been taking the appropriate action. You've been enabling certain types of highly malignant behaviors by not doing anything about it. For others of us, what this means is you've just been far too triggered. Your reaction, your response, it is not in alignment with what needs to happen. It's like, if someone is disrespectful, excuse me, low grade disrespectful, right? They like respond to you with a little bit of attitude, like what? Like that. You know what I mean? Say you ask them a question and they're like, what? It's like, yeah, no, that's kind of rude. Don't talk to me that way, please. But here you are, like, you want to fight? You want to fight? Like, that's not actually aligned. that's a bit excessive. That tells me that there's something else going on and has been left unresolved. That is something that's being triggered by what you are reacting to. So you need to be aware of what that is. You need to dig deep within your field and find out what that is so that it can actually be corrected at this point and it won't continue to cause you to be so reactive. Okay. So it's like two extremes. Absolutely no reaction and excessive reaction. Like you have to be balanced, you have to be centered. So that way you can have an appropriately calibrated response to whatever it is that's happening. So for some of you, yikes. For some of you, what's happening is there is a person who is highly dependable for you. This is someone you could totally depend on. This is someone who is perfectly calibrated to fill a space, a role in your life. This is not someone who is disrespectful. This is not someone who tries to dominate you, disrespects your sovereignty. Basically, this is not an asshole. It's not an asshole. It's not a stalker. It's not anyone that's trying to convince you that they're the best for you. No, this is someone who has greatly respected your space, your decisions, your needs. And I think for some of you, this is someone you had known at some point, maybe at some point in this life, or someone you've known in a previous life. But they hold you in a space of cherishment. They cherish you. Your peace is cherished and upheld by this person. This is someone who is watching the patterns of your life. They're quietly observing. This is a person who is very healthy for you because their ability to observe you and see the reality of who you are, like they can see through to the core of you. Your perception of who you are at your core is upside down. They, however, can see you correctly. That's why they're constantly upside down. Oh my God. It's that's fucking masculine. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's that masculine. Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? He's hiding. I knew you were right there. Remember? He's always upside down. Oh, shit. Well, that's a different way to see it. Wow. Okay. He hasn't been upside down this whole time. This whole time, the way you see yourself down to your core has been upside down up until now. And so he has willingly dangled himself in reverse to be able to see with clarity, no distortions. He's been observing you. That's deep. Okay. Well, I don't know what else to say about that. He's been observing you this whole time and really trying to develop a depth of understanding of who you are and what your unspoken needs are. It's taken a while, but now a balance is being established between the two of you. I don't know who this person is for you. I don't know if you full on know their identity or if this is someone who you have crossed paths with just like in passing, right? Where you didn't spend much time, you didn't really bond, you kind of just at some point were aware that each other exists. I mean, I don't know. There's no more time that is needed for the two of you to spend apart. I think at this point, you've reached a point where some type of connectivity needs to occur in order for you guys to continue this very intense, very involved process of growth and expansion of awareness of self. This is very fascinating. So there's an unconditional love that exists between yourself and this individual. But for far too long, there's kind of been this thing of like feeling hopeless, as though reconnection will never occur. Again, this is not an individual that is toxic, malignant, or disrespectful to you. I want to just keep reiterating that because, you never know what kind of crazy stalker ass people are out there watching this, thinking that I'm talking to them and trying to instruct them to keep fucking pestering me. So I have to be very clear. This is not someone that's very, very toxic to you, right? And let me further clarify. If someone does not want to respect and accept that your perception of them in your life is wildly different than their perception of their proper place in your life, and they're feeling like they just need to convince you because you just don't know yet, that's a toxic as fuck person. That is someone extremely toxic. No, no, absolutely not. Ew. That person dries out my skin. They're so gross. Yeah. It's not that person. That person is toxic as fuck. Leave that one alone. Close all the doors. Chain the fence closed. Withdraw the drawbridge. Yes. Don't never let that person in your life. Don't let them anywhere near you. Whoever the fuck that is. Like, no. It's not that person. Whoever this is, whoever that masculine is, this is someone that's healthy for you. It could be someone who is a platonic friend. It doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be a platonic friend. Or let me better word that. This can be an individual who has the potentiality to be a really good, very close platonic friend, where you guys can actually see each other as you are and encourage each other, very much support and empower each other. Whoever this masculine is, as part of their evolution and delve into that unconditional love aspect that they feel towards you, they're letting go of the things that made them feel ousted, the things that made them feel as though they were left out in the shadows. So that tells me they had to go through a process. They had to go through a process, maybe because they had some preconceived notions of how things were supposed to play out between the two of you. And then they realized, like, oh, it wasn't going to play out like that. And they needed quite a bit of time to process the ways in which they felt disappointed, hurt, rejected, abandoned. It triggered a lot. It triggered a lot in whoever this is for you. So they've been through an entire process. This is good. They're going through their own healing, which is really, really good. Your intuition is going to guide you as to who this is for you, and their intuition is going to guide them as to how to best approach you and when. I feel like this is someone that's probably not in your life yet. They're probably on the outer fringes, quietly observing, not in a stalkerish way. I want to make that very clear. I have zero love for any type of stalkerish behavior, stalker type mindset, stalker people. I think all that whole thing, this fucking bullshit needs to be tossed out and left outside. I don't think that that's how this person is for you, though. I don't. I feel like they're observing you is not because of an obsession with you. They're observing you because they're obsessed with figuring out how to most respectfully approach you. They don't want to mess this up. I don't know that it's necessarily that they don't want to mess up a romantic potential with you. I don't know that it's that. It's more of they don't want to approach you in the wrong way and cause you to feel like they're just stepping forward to bring drama into your life, because that feels like it's the furthest thing from the truth. It feels like they have so much respect for you, so much love for you, like omni love. Um, hmm, hmm. So you're a little impatient. That's what the card said. So you're a little bit impatient, and I assume this person is pretty patient, bordering on dragging their feet. But they're starting to mirror your impatience. They're becoming impatient with their own process. I think it's reaching a fever pitch for them. It's like the anxiety, knowing, time is ticking. You're about to reconnect. You're about to reconnect. You're about to reconnect. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's almost like a mad dash to make that happen. They're feeling very impatient with this process already. There's a lot of emotions, right? There's a lot of hesitation because they're afraid that despite everything they've been through and the ways in which they've really gone into uh very deep cycles of growth and introspection, that it might not be enough for you. That's their fear. Their ultimate fear is that they won't be enough for you, that you'll feel that they are not enough for you. Um, I don't know that they're not enough. I think that if there are unrealistic expectations of what they're going to be, either on your end or on their end, it might blow up in both your faces. You got to be careful. You got to really just be careful, because this is something that needs to be built up. There's already a depth of connectivity there, but the human aspects of yourselves, both of you, you're going to need plenty of time to really cultivate a viable connection in real life. You can't just jump on this. You can't just be like, okay, oh, you're finally here. All right, we're going to start acting like we've been BFFs for 50 years. Or we're going to start acting like we've been in a romantic partnership for like 30 years. Like, no. Rushing through this, it's going to blow up in your face. Whichever of you tries to rush this, you're going to look very desperate. That's never attractive. Looking desperate is not attractive. That is a surefire way to sabotage a developing connection with a person of integrity and elevated strength, elevated personal power, um, elevations in self-awareness. That will drive them away very quickly, very efficiently. So, um, You definitely, yeah, you need to take your time with the process of learning each other. Absolutely, sexy Jesus. You and your new friend, you guys need to take your time. You need to let it unfold naturally, however long that's going to take. At no point did I rush or feel rushed. Well, no, I did. I did at one point. I was weirded out. And that I was really fucking weirded out. I only knew my husband for like we had been dating for maybe 3 months. And then and you know, he's a Gemini. Geminis don't give a fuck. They just don't. Most people who end up falling in love with a Gemini are totally like, how do I make them love me? You can't. They don't give a fuck. They either do or they don't. You can't force that. But we were dating for like 3 months and he came to visit me at my apartment and I asked him what he wanted to do that weekend and he said hello, trust issues. I had trust issues for a very long time. Um, he brought up the idea, the crazy ass idea of driving to Lake Tahoe and eloping. What? You don't even know me though. I don't even know you. Why would we get married? When a Gemini knows, a Gemini knows, but that weirded me the fuck out. That did. That weirded me out. It weirded me out because I I was like 19 or 20 and it was hard for me to see why someone would want to be with me long term like that. It wasn't for a lack of confidence. I just like, why would you want to fucking marry me? I'm a stranger to you. That's just weird. See, he's laughing. He thinks it's funny. He thinks it's funny. Mhm. 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 You think it's funny. Mhm. Mhm. Straight up Gemini shit right there. LOL. With your fine ass self LOLing in my comments. Excuse you. And who gave you the right, Mr. Friday, to get more attractive with age? What the fuck? Excuse you. Excuse you. I guess he knew. I don't know. I was just like, you fucking crazy. Ew. Yeah. I mean, knowing now, we should have just got married that day. Really, I was weirded out because I was like, ew. Then I have to tell my parents that you've been coming over to my apartment. I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, that's the truth of it. Because I'm all about following rule. Well, back then it was all about like we have to follow the rules, all of the rules. And I was just like, then I have to tell my parents. Like they're gonna be like, when did you meet this boy? A while ago. Why did you plan? How long were you planning to get married? He suggested it today. I was like, I don't want to be in trouble. And then they're gonna tell my brothers, and my brothers are gonna kick my ass. I was like, no, no. They're gonna say you're a stranger. You guys, I tell you. And now look at me like, no, I don't give a shit what you think. Whereas before, like, no, we don't want. Then people are gonna know. People gonna know. Okay, so renewal in reverse. It's the same old thing. This is something that's been cycling in, cycling out, cycling in, cycling out with whoever that person is that is kind of afraid to approach you. Cycling in, cycling out, cycling in, cycling out. They're just cycling in, cycling out, right? um, I don't think they're going to cycle out of this though. Or maybe it's you that's not going to cycle out of this. Maybe it's you that's developing an awareness that you kind of need to have a conversation with someone, whoever this person is to you. Again, I don't get a very definitive sense that for everyone this is going to be romantic. It gives me gas. Excuse me. That's not the sense that I get. I get that this is going to be a profound connection. Very, very profound. And this person's presence in your life, even in a platonic manner, like just a platonic friend, it's going to trigger a deepening, a ripening of your own process of falling in love with yourself. Their presence is crucial for your growth. It's like that's the same message that keeps popping up. It's been weeks, if not months at this point. I'm kind of getting sick and tired of your guys's prairie dog and bullshit game you're playing with each other. Just someone can just reach out, please. Can y'all just talk already? Can y'all just talk already? My God. You know what you do? You know what you do? You find the part of the video, this video, where I started talking about this upside down masculine. You find that part of the video, and then you just send it to the person and be like, hey, is she talking about you? Yeah. Do that. I got you. Do that. Do that. Do that. Be like, is she talking about you? Because I mean, if she's talking about you, she said she's sick of our shit. That we better start talking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who you should send it to, but that's one way you can do it. I'm just saying. I got you, boo. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Don't worry. Reborn from shadow, it's in reverse. So this is someone, either you or the person. And I mean, they're just trying to stay in the shadows and not be noticed. We see you. Come out of the fucking shadows already. Come out of the shadows. You've infiltrated all the god dang readings for weeks, if not months now. Just come out of the shadows. You're not fooling anybody. Come out of the shadows. Okay, card number 14, natural endings. So whatever this like being stuck in the shadow, trying to hide in the shadows, that cycle is going to naturally come to an end. They're going to be made to feel uncomfortable there, or if it's you that's in the shadows, you're going to be made to feel very uncomfortable there. For some of you, you're totally bullshitting yourself that you're doing shadow work. No, the fuck you're not. Damn, just calling you out left and right. Woo! You stimulate my bladder. You make me want to pee. I gotta go tinkle soon. So we gotta finish this up. We gotta finish this up. Yeah, no, stop. Stop. You're pretending like you're doing shadow work, but really you're just so hyper mindful of your actual emotional state and your traumas and the effects of those traumas on you. And you are intellectualizing far too much and therefore not actually healing. I know I have the same problem. I get so hyper intellectual with whatever I'm dealing with that it becomes hyperfixation of technique and application of technique rather than just actually doing what needs to be done. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. Pram, pram, pram. Sorry. I don't know where that came from. I do believe that is like Cambodian for 5. Hold on, let me check. Okay. Um Khmer. Okay. Oh, parallel random access machine. It's a shared memory abstract machine. You're living in a parallel with each other and you're able to access shared memory. Oh, pram, the kind. Ani, ani, pram. Honey, honey. This man, how are you not going to hear me? They want to hear you speak pigeon. Oh, like. No can. Where you stay? That guy, mhm. This guy been trying to have me speak pigeon with him for years. Best I can do is just regurgitate whatever he said. Oh, like. Okay. Okay. Like. Where you stay. All right. So this person has like a parallel act. This is a soul-based connection. It's a soul-based connection. You're not going to be ridding yourself of this. I would go with what I suggested. Just find the part of this video where I start talking about this upside down masculine card and then just like forward it to them and be like, "Oh my god, is she talking about you? For some reason, you popped in my head. Like, what's up? You okay?" Just do that. I'm serious, just do that. This person is not a trap to you. But you still refuse to receive the messages, or they refuse to receive the confirmation. But y'all are operating a parallel random access of shared memory. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay. Oh. The pram derives from the Latin primere, which is a verb meaning press. Ooh, they're so pressed over you. They are so pressed over you. Like, I'm over it. I am. If they don't have the courage to step forward, anyways, rebirth of magic. Oh, they're in a process of being reborn, right? They're in this process of being reborn. They're the little dragon. They're like this magical mofo. And, you totally have them in the palm of your hand. They know it. That's why they're just, they're tripping off you. They are just so tripping off you. It's ridiculous. Progression sigil. This is going to continue to progress. It just is. This is not going to go away. It's going to continue to progress. I don't know. Your girl's getting a little bit tired of it, to be honest. Make something happen or leave it alone. That's just how I feel. Like, but I am also very impatient in some ways. Um but at the same time, am I being impatient when this has been a message for like how many years already? Like fucking get over it, bro. I'm going to read one last card because this whole subject totally stimulated my bladder. I said what I said. My bladder is awake and feeling like, we need to address a few things. All right, here goes. Oh, okay. What does this mean? What does this mean? Let's see where this read takes us. Before I forget, which I've totally forgotten this whole time. If you would like me to teach you the basics, the fundamentals of my energetic system, if y'all don't know, I have an energetic system that I created. It's rooted in aura spectra bioregenesis. The system is called Kokoro 33. It's rooted in aura spectra bioregenesis, which is an exploratory biospiritual theory. It's an applied biospiritual theory that has very tangible, quantifiable effects on the mental and physiological state of individuals. Anyways, if you'd like to learn that, you like to learn how to tap into your personal power and increase in your awareness of some of the processes you're in, this is a perfect workshop to attend. I do believe I still have a coupon running on my academy website. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. Also, I do have all of the expedites ready for the 1221 portal. We're going to do a sacred flame fire ceremony. That's going to be a bang-a-langin'. Bang-a-langin'. If you missed out last portal date and you wanted to try out some of the health correction activations that I had available, they're available again for the 1221 portal. And then also, just so you guys are aware, we extended our holiday sale. It's still running. It's an automatic coupon on the Emmy Evolving website. 40% off private sessions, 30% off my apothecary and crystals. And yes. Okay. I know, I keep coughing. I'm so sorry. Okay, final card. Honey, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. All right. I got hold on, let me see. According to my app, I got a whopping ass 2,364.3 calories left to play with today. Fuck yeah. I got an extra 68 grams of fat that I could. I got an extra 220 grams of carbs. I ate a shit ton of protein. Man, 140 grams of protein. It's going to be so hard to eat all of that. But I'm hungry. Card number 28. Enter the garden of delights. Are you aware that sweetness is found everywhere in town? Are you aware that winter is gone and spring has come around? Are you aware that sweet basil and the carnation are whispering in the garden and laughing about how simply everything is found? Are you aware the nightingale has come back from its flight, singing out messages of love to spread delight with every sound? Everything in the garden is granted the right from the divine court to appear for our delight. Everything is here to make the earth green and alive as a haven for our life. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. Oh, are they buried in the soil? Because what remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. No one truly alive can ever be pawned to a prison or a tomb. Someone's coming back in your life. Be ready. There is a sweet spot when entering the Garden of Delights, a moment where the senses have gorged themselves upon beauty and become heavy with their fullness, slowing the mind so that it can perceive the divine beloved dancing behind the veils of nature. But first comes a sensual feasting. Blooming orchids arrest the gaze with their startling and strange beauty. Nectar from the ripest fruits of the garden drips luscious and sweet upon a savoring tongue. Hungry for gossip, the ears shamelessly eavesdrop upon the birds in melodic conversation. They sing of greatest, most passionate love and boundless living joy. The ears open wide to take it all in. The craving for touch is sated by rough textured bark falling from the ancient trees, soft, dewy grasses, cool in the shade, the crunching leaves making their sounds under the hot sun and dancing feet, and the caress of that sunlight upon bare shoulders, with weight of its own like a silken wrap placed just so by a caring lover's hand. The breeze, the very breath of the beloved earth mother, is sweet with scent of lavender and jasmine, warmed by the sun father. Oh, drink it in until your arms raise themselves to heaven, your head tilts, eyes rolling back in your head, and your sacred animal body is mindless and in love. The garden of delights, narcotic in effect, lulling the senses from tension into sacred relaxation that love may be experienced. Let us rest here in the midst of so much life, where the goodness of life is felt and the heart is free from any prison of pain or doubt. Come, be in the garden with me now. Let us be free and feast to our heart's content. I'm telling you, you are the garden of delights for whoever this is. Hmm. Whoever this is, they are. This is how they see you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You have been granted entry into sacred space, a marab, a sanctuary for worship. When the soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which a soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are being invited by your spiritual brother Rumi to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. Sometimes a part of you may rather stay locked in an illusion of security for a time, perhaps expressed through the preference for what is known over what is unknown, what is familiar and comfortable compared to what is unfamiliar or uncomfortable. To tussle with the parts of us that would deny aliveness is the natural part of growth. It can seem so risky with such potential for heartache, and yet, what could be more heart wrenching than the slow death of a precious human soul, suffocated by fear and inertia? That movement is the most sacred gift you could give yourself. Anyways, that is the greatest risk of never really and fully being born into this world of wonders. So Rumi is your midwife, there to ensure full spiritual birth. He is standing at the threshold with you now. You are being asked to cross this threshold from the life you've been living into the aliveness that is flickering and glowing at your feet. It is love's wild, hot embers at your sacred feet. They will erupt at any moment into a holy inferno, taking hold of you and igniting you from within, transforming you into living fire. To come alive requires shedding of so much adherence to the fear of death. The great brother whispers wisdom into your heart. You have heard it, felt it already. The fear of death is so much more terrible than the death itself. Nothing is dying in you but fear, so the heart can live more freely. Death and life are twin angels dancing together in communion with the sacred. They are not opposed. They bring the soul aliveness and make the garden of delights possible. They bring the seasons of the soul that foster growth and take the appearance of dying away, which is actually part of the cycle of life, again and again and again. You have been through much death, dear one, around you, within you. You have known this dark angel. That is why you are so full of life. Your attempts to stay as you have been, to render something in your life immobile or impervious to change, have failed. Let us celebrate. There is no delight in frozen moments long since past. Why try to feast upon such food? It will not nourish you anywhere near as deeply and fully as fresh from the oven morsels of life. Come, let us taste all that is on offer. We'll drink headily and sate our deepest thirst. Let us enjoy the richness of the meal in gratitude for its preparation and awe at the skill involved in such masterful creation. Do not let the memory of death starve you of your participation in life. Do you hold on still to that which is past? I will soothe you with a loving touch upon your back, and yet gently. I will turn your head to the right and urge you to see the rising sun. Your life is blessed, you see. I want you to know this now. I want you to accept this now. Let those horrors of the past be gone. They are no more than phantoms. The garden is here now to be touched, tasted, seen, heard, felt, inhaled, and loved. This oracle comes to you with a message. A new day is dawning for you. This is a time when the past will very soon cease to have any hold over you. Celebration is imminent. You are invited into the golden light of divine plenty. Put your worries behind you now and step into your divine inheritance, where all is sorted according to kindness and grace. Ooh. That tells me amazing things are about to happen for you, and there's no way you're going to be able to stop it. And that's what that tells me. And that attempting to stop it, slow it down, or turn it into something else other than what it actually is, yeah, there's no point. There's just no point in doing that. So let yourself accept life's about to change in the most beautiful of ways. And you deserve that type of change. You deserve the blessings. You deserve to fall in love with the process you're in. And what process are you in? The process of learning how to love yourself more deeply. So love yourself more deeply. Allow yourself to learn the reasons why you're worthy of a deeper love than what you've been given, than what you're giving yourself. Go through the process. Life is going to turn out beautifully for you. It just is. I can feel it. Life is going to turn out so beautifully for you and everything is going to make sense. And then you're going to be like, Emmy, oh my God, I totally get it now. Yes, the fuck you do. Hello. I've been telling you for months. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go eat and do other things. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Quick reminder, I have the 1221 portal coming up. You could either use the QR code or the link in the comment. Excuse me. I also have the Morphogenetic Fundamentals workshop. I finally set a date. If you'd like me to teach you how to powerfully harness your energy, your power, this is a very good workshop to learn that. So I'm going to call it a day. A day, a day, today, today, I don't know what the fuck that means. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom. I gotta go. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you guys again very